Justin. Okay, yeah, Phantom Blade Zero. I am very unfamiliar with this game as to the publisher, as to maybe not the publisher or the development team, however that goes. I'm not as familiar with this, but I saw it on the PlayStation Showcase, man. And you can check me review, not review, but kind of give my live reaction to the showcase. I got a whole video just from start to end of the whole showcase of me giving my reactions. And this is one that I kind of wanted to single out, bring it to the channel, and kind of dive in a little bit deeper. This is a short trailer right here. So let's press play and check out the gameplay. I'm really into like DMC and things of that caliber, right? So this kind of looked along kind of like the Devil May Cry territory as far as gameplay. Just that third person action adventure, you know what I mean? So let's press play and see what Phantom Blade, if we can find out anything more about it.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
S game. And right off the start, it's talking about this 66 days. So I wonder if that's what you're trying to maybe prevent from happening. Like in those 66 days, is there a way that you can retain your life? Or is it just going to be, you know, you got to finish the mission and then it's bye-bye, hero?
Just run away. It won't make any difference at the end of the day. You know better than anyone else.
They're showing quite a few different characters. I wonder if it's only going to be centered around one character, or you're going to have to, or you're going to get to choose between a couple. Like you got that girl, and then you have this guy swinging kind of a spear. They all have different weapons as well, so that's kind of what makes me might think you have the ability to choose a different person to play this game. We only see the gameplay from Double Sword Samurai here, though, so that. And, you know, he's getting all the close-ups and the cutscenes, so, you know, there's a good chance we don't get to choose the character as well.
That no one could escape.
Now, before he gets too far into cutting these dudes up, man, this is the part that was really catching my eye because, you know, Dante's a very flashy fighter as far as when we're talking about Devil May Cry. And I love different choreography. And I love, you know, again, personality amongst fighters, man. So this guy's about to do some pretty sick stuff that makes me think he might be a little... I don't want to say Dante's very not cocky, but very confident. But this guy definitely has an what's the word I'm looking for? He has a unique sense of character. Let me put it like that. By the way he fights, like I'm really anxious to see what his story is about, just due to how he fights.
Everyone wears a mask. You too. This is a real face.
He let you live? What secret did you sell him?
Alright, man, so straight off the bat, you see how, this is exactly where I wanted to pause at. You see how he kind of gets low and like defends, like just little things like that, like that are really like, you know, you have a lot of games where you do sword fighting, of course, but it's always so straight up and head to head. Like there's no one reacting really in a unique type of way, or I don't know. This is add some realism because nobody is just gonna be straight up clang clang clang. You know what I mean? And we get a lot of fighters that keep you in a standard state. You know what I mean? This looks a little bit more advanced, and I'm sure that's due to the PS5. Mocap is huge in games right now, so I'm sure there's a lot of mocap going into this, man. Let's continue.
Only a dead person can keep a secret.
This is definitely a boss battle. I love the fact that you get behind pillars and really have to strategically think out a boss, man. As far as this dude's a heavy powerhouse with a mace, it looks like a huge ass mace or a ball on a chain, just swinging it at you, man.
Going where? This damn place! You're suicidal!
Let me go back. Right here, he runs up.
Going where?
Right here. So he's on this wall, and he's diving from overhead. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, again, not a straightforward fight, right? This is going to make you think as to how can I make this enemy susceptible to my attacks. And this man chooses to go from the rooftop. I wonder if that's a necessity, or if there's going to be more freedom as to how you can attack these bosses. That's what really pulls me into these games, is the flexibility as to what you can do to finish missions, you know what I mean, or maneuverability and open world per se, like just some creativity. Allow some creativity for the player, so not everybody has to play the same way.
Going where? This damn place! You're suicidal!
One last toast, and we're all done.
It just looks so fluid with the combat, man. I'm really anxious to see like what the controls are going to be like for this game, because it looks so fluid. It couldn't be all button presses, you know what I mean? So I wonder if there's probably going to be like a parry hold button that lets you kind of do all these fancy things a little more simple. Adds a little simplicity to how you do these things. That's a better way to say it. So that's going to be interesting to find out as far as what you do to play. I know in DMC there's a lot of triggers. Use the triggers a lot. There's in DMC 3 you were using an analog stick to kind of like roll and things. I hope they don't do that. That would add difficulty to the game. But I don't. I guess that's another thing with these games. There's a fine line between a challenge and just doing too much as far as fluidity and gameplay and controls go.
Patience is the key, Master. Time is not on his side. All we have to do is wait.
Yes. Let's kill him with time.
What's your plan?
So that's the big bad, I'm guessing, talking about the 66 days. Let's kill him with time. So I'm pretty sure that's who you're going to be hunting down, and he might or might not have a cure for you. I mean, I'm going to guess he does, because Phantom Blade Zero, unless this is like a prelude to like a future, I don't know, student or master of the sword that you might say, like that'd be kind of cool. But Phantom Blade, is this just Zero right here? Yeah, I like it, man.
knowing you have only 66 days to live.
There we go again.
Get my heart back.
They got his heart. He said, "Get my heart back." Coming to the PS5, as you can see. Is it exclusively PS5? I think it is. So bummed out for the Xbox guys. I wonder if this is coming to PC as well. This is again just a very unique trailer. You can see the grittiness. Again, it kind of has that DMC feel. It's kind of what brought me over to this game. Just rewatching the trailer, the gameplay looks phenomenal. Of course, you have those little interactive states. You saw them on the back of the horses, like right here. And different traversing, so different types of ways to get around. Like he was on foot, bouncing off walls, which is pretty common to a third person. Like you'll see things like this in many. You'll see stuff like this, and like even Jedi Order or whatever that game's called. Like even that Jedi game, you're doing a bunch of like running off walls, and of course like DMC, you can do the same type of stuff. Double jumping off air and things like that. So, you know, this is going to be a cool game. I wonder how. I hate saying cool. I wonder how linear it was going to be. I wonder if there's going to be any type of free roaming going on. This looks pretty like straightforward. Jump in and just follow the path. As far as moves and gameplay, I'm sure you'll have unlockables for your move sets. Yeah. Special moves could be a thing. They didn't really express anything as far as special moves, like a super move or anything, but there were different types of animations that we saw that might be less accessible than other animations. So, you know, that's the thing with these games, is find a good balance of feeling powerful but still creating a challenge to where it seems like the people you're fighting and or you get a satisfaction out of the people you defeat. So Phantom Blade Zero, man, I wanted to come in, chop it up. You know, did we get a release date? Let's see, did we get a release date? It just said coming to PS5. So we don't know when this is dropping. I would guess early next year, maybe summer next year. Just for it to not have a release date. Maybe late winter, you know what I mean? Like holiday season. But I felt they would have gave us a teaser for the holiday had it be that close. So that's why I'm kind of saying next year. But yeah, just keep our eyes out for this one. I'm gonna come back and check out a few of the other trailers. I still want to dive into that Spider-Man gameplay trailer and Dragon's Dogma 2. I want to check that out as well. So just be over here at the channel. We're going to be chopping up on some games for a little bit. Of course, we'll come back to our comedy and music, lifestyle, or whatever we do, man. But I told y'all, man, if it pops up on the channel, don't be surprised, because I'm into everything worldwide, and I'm just trying to keep that present on the channel while still expand. So there's a lot we could touch, man, and if it catches my eye, I'm gonna come here and discuss it with y'all. Leave some comments, man. Let me know what y'all want to check out. I'll keep that in mind, and we'll come in here and, you know, chop it up on whatever, as I said. So until the next time, man, hope you enjoyed this. This is D's World. Like and subscribe. Go check my brothers, the Renegades, and check my group, the Force Field. We trying to come heavy with that music and you know, bless y'all's ears with something positive, something uplifting. So yeah, it's all love. Until next time, man, keep God close. And this is your host, Jerome.